are not a good team. Plain and simple. Like right now, current present day, they're not a good team. They got good players, a lot of good players, but not a good team. I don't see team right now while I'm watching them on TV or on film. I don't see team. I don't see the camaraderie. I don't see the excitement, the energy. I don't see the celebrations. I don't see pre-planned touchdown celebrations going on right now. I'm not seeing Miami vibes. The vibes that we had the last few years that me and Rob can both speak about. I'm not seeing the vibes, and that it's taken away from the team aspect. I'm not seeing a good team in Miami. And it's tough to say, but it's just a fact. It's a fact.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. I know you removed, so you don't even have these same feelings about what's going on. I'm removed, but that's my team. That's my last team. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's
Right.
frustrating to see, bro.
All right, Terron Armstead with Robert Hunt talking about the Dolphins, and he's right. I mean, everything being said, kind of like when you look like this and you play like this and you see their sideline. I didn't really notice the sideline stuff because I don't go around looking, but Kim Bocamper does the sideline, and Bo's as brutally honest as possible, and he goes, "Man, there's something right off the bat." He watched him go to the sideline. He goes, "Ooh, boy, this is not what it's supposed to look and feel like, Mike. These guys forgot, man. This is a game to go have fun, play hard, and there is something missing." Listen, for all those guys and the coaches, they know. I mean, they got to put a positive spin on everything. I get it, but there's something missing. Terron Armstead is absolutely right. Even the celebrations, which was also noticed by all of us, like, what are we doing, man? I get we're still down, but where's the celebration? Now we're not, like, we see guys on defense on other teams. They go 50 yards to go in the end zone and celebrate after, it's the new league, man. Celebrate and see guys together. The camaraderie of scoring a touchdown or getting a takeaway is a big, big play. And the league has said, go enjoy it, celebrate, let your fans see it. And we just, there's definitely a disconnect, man. There is definitely a disconnect. Thing with your highest paid player and the franchise quarterback does not help the situation. It does not. Some of you get upset about, listen, he's a franchise quarterback. I hear his coach say franchise quarterback. Franchise quarterback. You know what franchise quarterback is? Franchise quarterback's when you get that second contract, you're officially a franchise quarterback. Now you can be there early and you just got to wait because you got to wait on a long-term contract. But everybody knows, like, ooh, that's a franchise quarterback. But when you start making the money with it and you get in that special club, and you pull away from the rest of the positions in the NFL, more is expected of you in a lot of different ways. And Tua has not done a very good job. First of all, he doesn't play as well as he did a couple years ago when he got paid the money. Doesn't look like the same guy. Second of all, the team is not as good overall. Everybody knows that. They know that. The guys on the team that have been here know that. And then on top of everything else, they forgot how to win. They've been close in some games. Hell, 40 seconds away, 38 seconds away in this last game. And then the part that really hurts, if we're to all be really honest with this, and we just where we are right now and not where we were, the 5th and 6th picks in the draft played against each other. And in a lot of the same situations. I mean, basically, he had Justin Herbert, all backup offensive linemen. They were even deeper than that in some positions. They were down to third guys at tackle and guys that hadn't played in a couple of years and all that stuff. And that guy looked like a franchise quarterback. The play he made on Jalen Phillips, one of the greatest plays to keep that thing alive, throw it to his receiver who does the rest on his own. But he kept that play alive to get them. They're going to be in field goal range on the catch anyway, but then the run after the catch and stuff. But those two have nothing in common anymore. We had our years, and Tua had his year, and you guys threw it in my face and threw it in other people who liked Herbert and said, it was the wrong guy and all that stuff. But I would ask everybody right now, as they're going into their 26, 27 years old, into their good years, on their new contracts, both of them got paid. They're both in the franchise quarterback. They have nothing in common right now. Running, throwing, physically, nothing. Nothing. One guy, and both of them have beaten up and missed games now. Don't get me wrong. Herbert's had some downtime too, where he hasn't been all that. He was great his rookie year, but right now, and I don't know what's going to happen. They got to get some guys back, and they're banged up. But they have nothing in common. Nothing in common. Nobody. You could have bought 25 Tua jerseys. You can't tell me they have anything in common. Nope. No way. There's not one coach. And by the way, if a coach, any of those coaches on offensive staff, you're to ask them privately over a cold beer, if any of them tried to sell you, I'd fire every one of them for lying if they tried to tell me. Now, they got to coach what they have. Don't get me wrong. And we love him, and he's our guy. And I know they build up attachment and watching his growth. And Tua's come a long way, man. This is not dogpile Tua morning, and I want to let you know that, because Tua's come a long way. And I gave him a compliment that he shouldn't be benched. He made what I thought was going to be the game-winning touchdown to Waller in that game with under a minute. He's come a long way from where he was with Brian Flores on the bench, came in, the ugliness of that Tennessee game when he said he couldn't grip the ball or throw the ball, and Brian Flores damn near killed him, and things that have leaked out since that time. They didn't really leak out. Everybody knew. But anyway, he's come a long way, man. Mike has rehabbed him. I got to tell you, if there's one guy that should have Mike McDaniel's back every day of the week and the rest of his life, it should be Tua Tagovailoa. Whatever that coach says, whether he likes it or not, he should be saying, yes, sir, you're right. You're right. That's it. Whatever he said to him yesterday, you're right. Because everything you told me, I'm going to get you going. You're going to have a great year. He did. He had the one really good year. And he got paid off it. And he played every game. So he said, all right, let me check the boxes. Durability, made it through a year. And was productive. Threw a lot of touchdown passes and everything else. So anyway, it's an interesting one. I know everybody had an opinion on it, including Terron Armstead yesterday, and talking about the team, and it's missing a lot of things. And losing, man, you learn a lot. I've been on some bad teams in college. I played at Cal where you have bad teams, and I've seen it. I've seen when it can get real, real ugly. And for some of you haven't been, and if you have been on bad teams at some point, you start treating them differently. And we're going to find out a lot about this team, but off to not only a 1-5 start, but what your quarterback added after the game was, for the guys that do care and take it personally, that was not a cool look at all. Just not a cool look. Saw as soon as I heard it, Woody told me about it, and as soon as I heard it in the car, coming home, listening to the post-game show, I went, uh-oh, this is going to be a big, big problem. Some fans may not think it's a big thing. Some of our writers didn't think it was a big deal, and the media didn't really understand what he was trying to say. But then the coach came out yesterday, and apparently, hey, man, I know one thing. He went around to every guy yesterday, and I saw the comments from his teammates. You got a problem with this. Let's keep it in-house. you got a problem with is keep it in-house. If you got a problem, I wish you'd come up to me individually, because the guys know who they are. If a guy was late coming in or didn't show up and goes, wow, I didn't realize how important it was, or I don't respect you, so I didn't show up. So, and that's the other thing. Sometimes guys that call meetings as captains or a leader of a group will call a meeting, and guys go, you're not playing very well. Why am I going to go to a meeting with you? I'm playing better than you are. I'm not going to a meeting. I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me. I'm good at what I do. Matter of fact, I think I'm better at what I do than what you do at your position. And, boy, I'll tell you what, if Tua kind of throwing himself under the bus when he did come out with those comments, and again, I swear I'm not going to beat this up all morning because we got a lot of stuff to get to here. But you call for a meeting with your guys, because I saw Zach Sealer said, I meet with my guys one-on-one. I go over everything. Zach Sealer is doing everything. He said, my guys are good. They're there. I don't worry about my 3 young guys. They want to be coached. They want to learn. They want to be good. So I'm guessing when Tua gets together with the offensive guys, and again, whether it's all the skilled position guys, if he wants to meet with the big fellas as well, if some guys aren't showing up or they come in late, they don't respect you. Period. They don't respect you. Maybe you weren't aware of that before you made that comment. The lack of awareness. So anyway, they going to be interesting to see how they get to, fly around. And can I be honest? I'm tired of hearing about player-only meetings. I really am. 1, okay, 2 player-only meetings. Get the coaches out. They've been going on before I was born. Guys get together. Hey, what the hell's going on? Hey, man, And sometimes you have a couple guys stand up that don't like each other, and it gets, and they get it off their chest, and you guys not getting along is messing. And I've seen it all. I've seen guys that can't get along, and you got to get them in a meeting, and and say, come on, man, enough's enough, and stop, and all that stuff. But this constant talk about player-only meetings, every time you lose, we're gonna have a player-only meeting. We need more player-only meetings. Like, stop. Let the coach have coaches meetings. Let the coach the guys. Let the coach be honest with let the coaches be honest. Position coaches be honest with the players. I think the only guys that are honest, honestly, are the line coaches. I think they're the only guys can be honest. Offensive and defensive line coaches. I think everybody else you got to tiptoe around on. I've always felt that way. You could tell offensive line guys, those guys, they get beat up every day, mentally, physically. They hear about it. They have a great game and give up 1 sack, and you suck, and they just keep rolling, man. They just keep rolling on. All right, hey, listen, we gotta get going here on a day of mental toughness and positive reinforcement and finger pointing and everything else that we got going on here. Meanwhile, the AFC and NFC look wide ass open to me. Wide ass open after last night, watching the Bills lose their 2nd straight game. The Lions are struggling. What's going on? What's going on, man? We're going to come back and talk about what's going on and what's been the big change, and how come some of these teams we've never talked about all of a sudden have the best records in football. How can that be?